What's up, everybody? Um, I'm just gonna wait just so you know a few minutes for people to get into the chat. This will be a short stream where I'm going to talk about the Roundtable podcast and my homie kingthrash gaming. I'll also be talking about the state of YouTube, and I think some of you know how I feel, but I think it needs to be said again for obvious reasons. Okay, so let's just give them a minute. Um, see how many people are, can get in here. I did tell everybody it was gonna be 6:30. I do apologize for being a couple minutes late. I got Windows 10, and of course, every time I go live, it screws up when I'm getting ready to go live, so I had to reset it again. So I do apologize for that. All right, so let's just give it another couple half a minute or so, 30 seconds, and we'll get started. What up, Garuda, Lamont, Darren? What's going on? Thank you for joining. Um, we're gonna like I said, just give one more second and we're gonna get going. Let's see, who else do we got here? Oh, we got Psycho. What's up, Psycho? All right, so we're gonna get started, okay? And just so you guys know, by the way, King Thrash is going through some personal issues at the moment. So I'm gonna do a shout out to King Thrash Gaming. We wish you all the best, and our prayers and thoughts go out to you, okay? Um And just to go through a little bit of history with King Thrash, I met him on Ryan's podcast last year. Okay, I had played Tekken with him, and even though it's not a game I'm good at, okay, King Thrash is good at Tekken. I won't forget the set we had on PSN. It was it was crazy, guys. It was crazy. Um, I mean, if you want a challenge when it comes to Tekken, talk to King Thrash. He'll give you a challenge that you won't forget. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, um, this stream is being done because I misunderstood something that happened on the Roundtable podcast. I went on about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. Okay. Hopefully, you guys tuned in. I left. Okay. But there was, that was partly on my side, the misunderstanding. But then once again, everybody was talking over me. I couldn't hear what was going on and everything else. So I do want to apologize for that. Okay. Like I said, there were a lot of people on this podcast, and I thought that someone did not want to hear my input on the Xbox topic. But when I re listened to the podcast, I realized that Royal Flush was really directing the question initially to the people that are currently supporting the Xbox and are currently playing religiously on the Xbox. Okay. Which I'm not doing. Okay. Even though I have a higher gamer score than most of these fraudulent this gaming community, it really wasn't a topic for me at the time. Okay. So I do apologize for that. But once again, I couldn't hear shit that was going on, and I only heard part of what was said. So that's on me. Like I said before, there were a lot of people on the show. There's some of the people who was on, I actually don't know. Okay, and I heard Royal Flush the wrong way. So Royal Flush, I apologize to you. Okay, and the reason why I want to do the stream about this is because it's easy for me to misunderstand somebody, because I always have my guard up for being on so many podcasts that went wrong. Okay, people. And some of you already know the stories and the podcasts that went wrong. One of the biggest ones was Crap Gamer. Okay, so my guard's always up. And when people are talking over me or talking even over the host, okay, and you only hear parts of it, like I said, my guard's always up for all the shit I went through. So of course, I naturally thought he said something else. Okay, people are too rude on podcasts nowadays. Okay, so let's see what else. All right. I'm going to say this though. I have been on a lot of podcasts, even current ones that I personally helped build when these podcasts were smaller. And even though I helped build these platforms, I was disrespected on these platforms. Okay. Um, Not that I'm even looking for looking for the credit or anything, okay? But people generally disrespect me on podcasts, and I don't see any other females being disrespected on the same platforms, okay? They get carte blanche to do whatever they want, but me, I get disrespected, okay? So yes, I have my guard up all the time, but I will personally apologize for thinking I was somewhat disrespected by King Thrash podcast members. Okay. I feel like I was disrespected by some of the guests that are not members because they just kept talking over me like they didn't want to hear what I had to say. Probably because I got a higher gamer score than them, so they're butthurt. But that's okay. Okay. I also want to do a shout out to some other people that are in here. We got Rip, we got Ape, we got El Matador. Thank you for coming by. Okay, guys. I'm trying to do both, trying to shout people out that are here and look at the stream and tell you what's going on, and whatever. Okay. I will say this though. It's hard being me on YouTube because I don't put on a persona. I don't. What you hear and what you see is what you get. Okay. That's even in life. Okay. I don't do the shit for views. I refuse to associate with people just because they have a bigger platform. Okay. And that's my problem with YouTube. That I've been seeing for months now. Okay. More than months. It's longer than months. I'm just saying months, probably years though. There are a lot of fake ass people on it. There are a lot of people who rub elbows with the Xbox corporate slaves for views instead of doing it on their own. Okay, let's see. Who else do we got in here? Oh, Spartan God. Melon Matt. Frozen. Cool. Thank you guys for coming. What's up? Okay. And I refuse to do that shit. I don't rub elbows with people because of the size of their podcast or anything else. If I fuck with you, it's because I like you. Okay. Bottom line is no other reason. If I'm going, that's the only reason. I'm not rubbing elbows with you to try to get in good or to kiss ass or to get views. No, I don't do that shit. I don't do this with you. I do this because I love gaming. Okay. So, one of the other things I've been seeing are the same people who talk shit about, say, people like Next Gen 720, all of a sudden start sucking his dick this year. Okay, the same people who ain't like the Red Dragon last year are suddenly kissing his ass. There are too many frauds on YouTube, and that's one reason I do like King Thrash. That's one reason I do like people like Sick Humor. That's the main reason I actually do have respect for Heart 8 because they don't fuck around like that. Okay. They're not ass kissers. Either you fuck with them or you don't. Okay. And if you don't like what they have to say and they speak real shit, too fucking bad. And that's the way I am. Okay. That's why I respect for these people. Okay. I don't have to worry about them saying one thing or doing another thing. I really don't. They're either going to say it and do it or they're not. They ain't going to change up in the middle. Okay. Why do you think I made the podcast? Here we go with that shit again. Because that's what goes on. Here we go with that shit again. Hating, suck dick. Hating, kiss ass. Okay. A lot of fraudulent shit going on. Okay. So yeah. Let's see who else. Oh, nobody else come in yet. Okay. So I don't want to do a podcast where people, when I did Here We Go with this shit again, I didn't want to do a podcast where people came on pretending like they can't speak their minds. Okay. We got too much of that shit going on right now on YouTube. Okay. I don't like the PG YouTube. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. Okay. So with that being said, these are my thoughts about the Roundtable podcast. Make sure you guys support them when they're live. Okay. It's a good podcast. They're good people. Okay. They deserve the report and they talk real shit and they speak their mind openly. And those are my thoughts about the state of YouTube, where you have a lot of clout chasers. That's what you got. A lot of people who still want to call me unprofessional because I actually speak my mind, unlike 99% of this community. I have no filter. Fuck this new age podcasting culture where people get on shows, talk games, and you don't they talk games, but we don't see them play anything. Okay. And if you do find their gamer score or trophy list, guess what? It's nil to none. Okay. Um, yeah, like I said, you don't see their gamer scores. We see them talk shit about someone one week, but kiss the ass the next week. You know, to get on their shows or to get them as a on their as a guest on their shit. Okay, so yeah, let's see who else we got. We got some other people. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see who's in there. Let's see what else. What else was I gonna say about this shit? Oh, one thing. Before I forget, because I saw a Rags fan come to one of my videos today, still crying about 2 years ago. Okay, any of Rags fans who think defending that man is going to give you a better chance of getting in bed with him, go eat a dick. Just go eat a dick. All right, guys, eat a dick. Because seriously, you guys don't get shit. All right. So let's see. Ian, what's up? Fallout. Chris Cobra. Jimmy, what's going on? Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty much sums up what I wanted to say. Like I said again, you know, I want to apologize to the Roundtable podcast for leaving like that, misunderstanding, but the guests that you had just were over talking me, and to me that was, you know, I was disrespected, and once again I misunderstood what Royal said, okay, because people over talking him as well. Okay, so I did go back and listen to it. It was my mistake. Okay, I even actually heard somebody say when I went back to it, you know, at least because I missed what the topic was. They started because I was eating, and I came back and said I was here. Excuse me. You know, to tell what the subject is and what's going on. And when he tried, I couldn't hear anything he said. So once again, people want to talk over people. And that's how you get, when you bring in guests, you also got to be careful, because you bring people that are rude to even the host or the podcast, the people on the podcast themselves, which I think is fucked up. It's fucked up. Okay. I think a lot of people on the Roundtable podcast, the members, were disrespected by some of the guests. Okay. So I do apologize once again for leaving like that, misunderstanding you, Royal. I do. So, and to the Roundtable podcast, but go support them, guys. Okay, please do. Okay, now, I'm gonna before I go, I want to do a couple shout outs here, and if I forgot anybody, please forgive me. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. Let's see, let's shout out. I want to shout out Hard 8 Times, Ryan the Professional, Sick Humor, Craig Harris, King Thrash, Royal Flush, and the whole the whole podcast, all the members. Okay. What else? Who else? Jimmy B Gaming, Jay Bari, Upchuck Gaming, Dreology 619, Mr. Officials, Persona, Garuda Legends, Spartan God, Bear, who is Fatal Mephisto. Sorry, I can still call him Bear. The whole Irish podcast panel. Okay. Oh, I got to do a shout out also to Lincoln Clay. Okay. And everybody go check these guys out. You know, and I want to also shout out anybody who is actually, you know, putting in the work on YouTube and actually talking real gaming and real shit. Okay. Fuck everybody else. Just do you, is what I'm going to say. Okay. So hope you all had fun. I hope you all understand what I've been saying, what I said. And like I said, I had to do this because it was a misunderstanding, and I didn't want no problems, or, you know, I didn't want them to feel that I was upset with them or anything else. That misunderstanding was on my side because everybody over talking. So I had to do an apology because I like everybody on that panel. And like I said, you know, King Thrash is my buddy, so I can't, you know, I can't do that. I had to do this apology. And of course, talk about the state of YouTube. So with all that being said, guys, I'm out of here. I thank you for joining. Okay. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Okay. Follow their channels. And you know why you're going to do that? Because you all love me. I'm out of here. Later, guys.